YouTube said that the content in this video was too much to post on their site, despite each and every one of the clips I got for this video coming from videos on their site. They denied the appeal.
I don't know.
Then proceeded to show me the clip that was the actual problem with the video, and it was literally the most nothing burger frame ever. That being said, this is the censored version of the video. And let me be clear, none of the content I'm censoring is actually worth censoring, especially compared to the gacha fetish farms that YouTube lets exist on your site unchecked, but that's neither here nor there. To get paid, I gotta follow the rules of the incompetent billion-dollar company. The uncensored director's cut version is out there for free on my Patreon. You can decide if it was actually worth being nuked. Link in the description for that. But what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, gacha can't be this intriguing, bro. First video in and I already gotta eat my words. So you see, William Afton, purple guy, vintage for those with elite ball knowledge, is stuck in a room with the FNAF 1 animatronics for 24 hours. With a setup like that, this is probably what you're expecting is gonna happen. They jump at me! They jump at me! But what actually ensues is something that no one expects. Babe, what did it show? You're pregnant. Yes, William Afton is pregnant, and the baby daddy is Glitchtrap. I really hope this is no one's first introduction to my channel. If it is, just watch these videos instead. So William Afton somehow got pregnant because during the honestly snooze fest, which was the pseudo slice of life with the animatronics, Glitchtrap and Afton stuck off to do unholy things. But they didn't go off to unalive children, they went off to make them. Unholy noises is the PG version of saying they were engaging in the joys of creation. And I'm not talking Nixon. Also, I don't know why Freddy is kissing on Toy Freddy, don't ask me about that.
You like boys? Nuh-uh.
And after recovering from the flashbang, which was these huge leaps of logic story-wise and freaking basic human biology, understandably, William Afton doesn't want to carry Glitchtrap's child. So after realizing this, Glitchy gets sad about the fact his purple twink doesn't want him in the relationship, so of course the next time we see him is in the void with a gun to his head. This is the first video in the playlist, by the way. Allow me to introduce myself. So, I'm KG, the C-tier FNAF YouTuber that does internet nostalgia, just not as good or successful as these guys. And I think the Brother Mafia put a hit on me, so I decided to make like a new gen FNAF fan game and go back to what worked originally. So without further ado, FNAF Gacha. It seems the most popular gacha content farm is stuck in a room, and it also seems the heyday for this type of content is 2018. But we already have a problem here because none of these videos in the 2018 gacha shit to bring back memories, none of these videos are actually from 2018. Could have fooled me with the Kindmaster logo in the corner. Like, is double watermark not crazy?
There is 3 made with Kindmaster logos on there, all over each other. You can actually see them if you squint. You can tell it was that good it had to be rendered 3 times separately.
As stated previously, William Afton is stuck in a room for 24 hours with the FNAF 1 animatronics, and the video you probably clicked on for him being pregnant is just one of the wacky storylines the gacha masterminds have created. And don't get your hopes up, William Afton being pregnant with Glitchtrap's child might be the craziest start to this playlist, but boy do all the rest of these videos suck.
This is better than any video I've ever seen. Oh my god, you see what I mean? You won't get them visual effects on Dorko's channel.
And no, I don't want to hear any whining. Don't cry on Twitter yet, because honestly, look, pregnant Afton is something, but me and you, we could agree that's not sweeping the Oscars, right? His writing is not fire, and unfortunately, that extends to the rest of these videos.
You know, I've got to say, MKG, thank you for bringing me on your channel, just to take off about 10 years of my lifespan.
Gacha as a content farm is pure slop, yet despite that they managed to pull LeBron numbers, and the creative genius of pregnant Afton is no Mr. Beast. Avery wasn't gaming the algorithm. The reason these gacha videos are so low effort yet have so many views is because it's content for children, made by children. And children don't exactly have the best production quality, or quality in general. What does it even say? Sometimes these videos just blast music in the background, which you can tell by the quality that's played over the mic as they screen record the little masterpiece. They had to sit there straight face, watching their own video, making sure they play that shit at the right time. Or on the other hand, it's just dead silent. So yeah. You come here often? The mic theory proves true, as sometimes you can hear the poor Walmart standing fan in the background as they screen record their own video.
Glad to know the creator is surviving a hurricane while recording this video.
I'm glad he put his Walmart band right in front of the mic.
He threw his microphone in the bathtub.
It's sleep-inducing. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, gang, I'm trying to learn Blender to up the production quality of these videos, and if I get turned off by hour-long videos, there's no chance I was sitting through this shit.
Hold on, I just realized, why is this 50 minutes long?
But yeah, pregnant Afton, what are they doing? It's It's a weird video, and that's to put it lightly. Well, this is a great hook, just not a well-written one. There's nothing that goes on in this video beyond that. It's like they had the idea of pregnant Aton, then realized halfway through they had to make a story around it. It was clear that this video was nothing more than just an Aton X Glitch Trap fanfiction, as the other characters just stand around and do nothing while the two boy toys eat up all the screen time. This is something that's a common trend with these stuck in a room videos. They're just vessels for people's ships and personal headcanon. A lot of them are so similar that it's hard to find anything distinct about them. Not even the idea of pregnant FNAF characters is unique, as aside the specific playlist, there's several videos with this plotline. Now you may be wondering, why? And honestly, I couldn't tell you, but what I can tell you is that there's a lot of AUs created by different people, and it seems a lot of these ideas are more favored by the masses than others. Pregnant Aton isn't a one-off, as I don't think someone would casually make an entire series about this just to say they were trolling. There's somehow an audience for this. This one has 800k views. What do y'all be watching? Nuh-uh, not my son.
You nasty-ass bastard!
My entire, internet is conked out. What have you done to me?
It's fucking gotcha. That's what I've done to you.
They invaded my phone. They invaded my computer. They weren't happy I was talking bad about them.
Oversaturation. There's only so many ways you can do the same idea. Most of these creators don't even try to do a new idea. Majority of FNAF Gacha uses the same rooms, the same set of characters, and even do the same character arcs bar for bar. There's this obsession with Aton and making him out to be this misunderstood man with a broken heart, while the other characters are just there. Yeah, there's moments where the animatronics question their killer.
My casual question, why did you kill me? No, you don't need to explain. Yeah, I'll apologize for asking you why you killed me. I'm so sorry.
And Aton's Saul Goodman defense is he crashed out because of the death of his family. What if the devil wasn't that bad, guys? Of course, that's not a good enough excuse for child murder. Oh, never mind, they forgave him. It's odd, because why is Golden Freddy stopping Foxy from hurting their killer? Isn't it like his biggest op besides brother, apparently? Yeah, it's creator fanfiction, a headcanon by literal children, minors with unrestricted internet access playing Dollhouse with the FNAF IP. They're cringe, but they're free. But not free from this video. The creators themselves usually cameo in their own universe. They set things in place sometimes for the in-universe reason Aton ends up in this situation, and they run their little Mr. Beast experiment like cruel gods. God forbid Aton seems like a bad guy in any of these, because there's always someone to come around and play PR manager and make it seem like everyone else is the bad guy. Like, we have Aton in the same weight room for the 154th time, and he starts to crash out. Foxy's like, stand back, I can't let you get close. But Will just ain't hearing it. He goes for the down special, but Foxy is saved by the assist. The creator herself comes in and takes the hit. It's okay, go back there with Freddy and the others. I got this. Look, William, I don't want to hurt you. You don't want me to crash out. William isn't against using another child as a KD booster, so he swings at her, but she hits the frame-perfect vantage, subduing him with a grab. Even Chica had to glaze, because Jordan ain't ever did this move. And Aton, he goes out sad, man. So the creator asks him to drop the knife from his inventory, and he does it like a good boy. He folded immediately. She put the fear of the spring lock inside of him. Had him look like Invincible when he fought Conquest, or like a GTA NPC when they realized things ain't sweet.
I want to apologize.
Now that the child has stopped the child unaliver, of course the next logical step is to... Did she just hit the mantis sleep on him? If the FNAF community was tapped in like the 781,000 viewers here, this would have sent ripples across the internet that would have put Aton in a generational aura debt. Like, look at this! This is a grown-ass man! Is this not crazy? How can you look at everything Aton has done over the course of this franchise and then make a statement like this? This is William slime out your best friend's daughter, Aton. And speaking of his best friend, why are you protecting this dude? Animatronics asked Henry Way, who is low-key meat riding their killer, and bro really got pressed about it. Bro said leave him alone. They had him moving like this.
Dude, back off.
So of course, they're wondering why he's protecting a murderer. So he decides to make the most appalling example of a character assassination with 2 lines. I don't mean to sound like an annoying Twitter user after you made the mistake of not liking their favorite show, but it seems like the FNAF lore is the biggest media literacy test for gacha users. I hope mouthwashing never enters their Steam libraries, because this isn't just casual character assassination and victim blaming, this is ranked. In another video, the animatronics power off to sleep, all of them besides Freddy. So since Aton has his guard down, he puts the pause on him. Is this freeze frame not ridiculous? He's damn near about to hit the Robin double knee on him. It was so crazy they couldn't even show it. It cuts him after he ate the knuckle sandwich. Those aren't red gloves, by the way. Look at Freddy, he looks happy as hell. You may be wondering, what happens after this? Well, of course the creator comes in and personally patches Aton up, and the animatronics, they beat Freddy up. I find it ironic that they use this meme over it. Because Aton touching kids, not like that got him in the damn suits in the first place. The animatronics always ponder if they really should be buddy-buddy with the person who sent them back to the lobby, but always they end up hitting the...
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
Are falling for Aton when he hits the...
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in...
Yeah, I'm sure you get it. The victims of the murderer always forgive. He could give the most half-baked apology. I'm so sorry for killing you guys. I wasn't thinking straight when it happened. Yeah, that's right. I just got a little quirky that night I killed you. Hope that makes up for it. Like, the animatronics could actually be genuinely furious with him. And all Aton has to pretty much just say is, oh, my fault, gang. And then they forgive him.
I don't know, Foxy. Maybe he's not a bad person.
Chica, I swear to fucking God.
If it ain't Henry, if it ain't the animatronics, Aton has his own family to stick up for him. It's Mrs. Aton or Elizabeth swooping in to help him beat the man behind the slaughter allegations. They show these two to show he has a heart, and they still love him. So that means, wait, he's goated? You see these mental gymnastics come into play the most with Glitchtrap. Another way they try to minimize the suffering Aton has caused is by having Glitchtrap be the one that possessed him and caused him to turn into Prime Vaughn. Can you go back? That eyes. What happened with his eyes? He had that eyes when he killed him. Yet they can't even double down with that because they're too busy shipping the two together. It's clear these gacha YouTubers actually don't care about the lore. I mean, just look at this chart. But no, these videos are about something deeper, something more profound. It's about the AUs, baby. A user uses plot devices to step over hurdles that would make most of their fan fictions impossible. For example, Michael Aton commonly gets shipped with Ennard, who has his whole ass sister in there. Mother too, if you interpret it that way. Clearly some of the creators do. So they get over that by creating an entirely different character named Noah that is supposed to represent Ennard while not being Ennard. It's still Ennard x Michael, just without the incest guy, so it's okay. If only they put this much effort into getting them grades up instead of trying to figure out ways to make their problematic fanfiction pass under the weirdo radar. It runs in the family, the Aton family. God, these designs are so ass. This has to be the most popular content farm besides Stuck in a Room and Gacha Reacts. Which, can we talk about Gacha Reacts for a second? It's by far the laziest gacha content farm. They just put their characters in front of a TV that they badly cropped a video over. A video that they stole, by the way, and then they had the characters do post-game interviews after watching the clip. And that's the whole video. Is this just the whole video? 35 minutes is insane. Oh my goodness, what? It's just the whole video. 35 minutes of stolen video. This is my first experience to it, by the way, too. I was playing Warframe in the background, just fashion framing, but like I said, sometimes these videos are just dead silent. So curiously, I glanced back down to see that this 35-minute video was a glorified reaction video. Here's a fashion frame, by the way.
You know, I'm running out of jokes for this. You know, there's nothing going on up here anymore. It's just white noise.
God, I said this video was going to be 10 minutes. All right, speedrun. All right, so Aton Family. Some of the Aton Family content can be funny, like Aton Family Squid Games, where they play red light and green light and help you literally get slimed out.
Enemy spotted.
Like, dog, is that not a child? They're playing Among Us. They're meeting the cast of My Academia, and goddammit, they're back in the room for 24 hours. You might see certain keywords come up concerning the Aton family. Soft AU, stereotypical Atons, alive Atons, woo Atons. These all go back to AUs. There's tons of AUs twisting Scott's lore into making the Aton family the perfect characters to put in their slice of life fantasies. They even make fun fact videos about their Aton AUs, you know, to show the general audience why their fanfiction is better than everyone else's.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. I'm so excited. Oh my god! That's a fair warning.
Like, most of them open with disclaimers like this. What is up with these disclaimers, man?
But it's so outrageous. It's like fucking whiplash.
And it's clear they have the capacity to understand the grim nature of FNAF lore because they unironically make darker fantasies within their own headcanon. That is far dark.
Yeah, just a bit.
It's general stuff, a little beginner's guide, so you don't mischaracterize any of the characters within their AUs.
What?
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 Are we seeing this? Chat!
What?
We don't want anyone to get mischaracterized here. Gotcha, mischaracterization? No, that doesn't happen here. Leave your lore knowledge at the door. Because you're wrong for thinking that a character is going to be portrayed even remotely similar to how they're portrayed in the actual source material. The Gacha creators know better anyway. This is not a banger. This is not a banger. And they know bangers, and they know bangers. Edgy, corny, or weird. It's not a big deal. This content isn't made for people like me. There's tiers to unemployment. Like, I don't understand why people genuinely enjoy this content. Apparently, they don't either. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's the worst thing ever. Like, look at Singing Battle. It's just that, a singing battle. I know, crazy. They get a handful of FNAF characters, they get a handful of FNAF songs, and bada bing, bada boom, it's literally just that one Stickman meme. Stuff like that isn't worth an uproar for. And some of the gacha content can get a couple laughs out of me just because of how casually absurd it is. any reasoning to stop. He just fucking disappears.
Just disappears.
Like, in what FNAF fan series does Aton get turned into a baby? Put in a room with Glitch Trap and the animatronics, and Foxy takes it upon himself and throws him against the wall. Charlie 4 had a 155-page script written for it before it was canceled. And I can guarantee you, it didn't get as crazy as this. And yes, the quality is ass most of the time, but there are genuine pieces of content that can make you say, wow, that was okay. Like animation memes. Surprise, surprise, a lot of them are slop. Breaking news, the grass is green. But like, some of them are alright. What sets a regular FNAF animation meme from a FNAF Gacha animation meme? This stupid ass art style. And with this stupid ass art style, there's been a lot of videos of varying quality, but even the worst of the worst has more effort put into it than the majority of the run-of-the-mill stuck in a room FNAF Gacha content. Then there's like the angsty trauma farms. For whatever reason, they like focusing on the tragedy of the FNAF lore. They make these depressing scenarios built upon characters that for the majority literally don't even have a full minute of screen time in the actual game. Yet that doesn't bother them because they work with the little they have and take a lot of creative liberties. The William Afton self-harm arc is crazy. They built their angst out of a box of scraps. It kind of reminds me of like Tell's ghost. Where back in 2010, the Sonic community thought it would be a cool little idea if Tell's just fucking died. And back when I was a kid, that had me stressing. Like, Sonic, get back, bro! But all of that stuff, for the most part, is largely inoffensive. It's just kids using Gacha to tell stories their brains aren't developed enough to realize they're stupid. Gacha is easy to get into. I tried it. So he just like, do this? Wait, I'm goated? It's fine. It's completely fine. Okay, play the clip.
But I got a slight dent in the back.
Henry X Afton, or known as Winry or Helium, is one of the most blatant forms of lore disrespect and character assassination the Gacha community has cooked up. Dog, what the fuck is this design? How do you look at this and say, yeah, this is it? Because think about it, right? Afton killed Charlie, and what makes it worse is Charlie probably knew Afton and very much well trusted him. Charlie is the daughter of Henry. Henry was the best friend and business partner of William Afton. It's not much of a stretch to propose the idea that Charlie knows her father's best friend. She's most likely even met or hung out with Afton's children. So here she is out in the shivering cold, locked out of the building. Afton rolling up was probably like the one mercy gift for her.
Huh? Mr. Afton? You came at the right time. I got locked out because my bullies, they were bullying me. But you're here now, so you can let me in. But do you have the key? Because my dad he's looking for me somewhere. And I'm sure that he's worried for me. Oh man, did I ever tell you how much I appreciated you? You're always there for me when I'm in need, you know, Mr. Afton. I think I can consider you my fan.
There's a reason why Henry's final words for Afton were,
although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend.
because if you've headcanon that old purple guy killed Charlie because of the death of Elizabeth, both Henry and Charlie should be saying,
what did he say fuck me for?
My brother in Christ, you made the child-killing robot. What Charlie got to do with it? What do any of these children got to do with it? The Gacha community saw this in Henry's final speech and said, but what if they were gay? Yeah, you get it right. The Gacha AUs don't really respect the source material in the slightest. He's repeating his points. Quick, someone write a hate comment. But I didn't speak on the lengths they go to justify their ships. I spoke about Noah, but Henry and William also has some mental gymnastics at play. Did he just call them what? Yet another stuck in a room with Henry and William where it's all just a platform for some sweet Henry x William. What sticks out about this one is that there's a moment where they're getting all lovey-dovey and then they pause to ask about the glaring problem in the room. Well, not actually, it's just them and Charlie, who forgave him, by the way. But the problem that both of these guys are in pre-established relationships with their wives. Charlie has to come from somewhere. Oh no, but the W slur means the ship can't work. But don't worry, dear viewer. Conveniently, both Henry and William broke up with their wives before the filming of this event. Okay, is it realistic that Mrs. Afton would break up with her husband after all the things he's done? Yeah. Is it realistic that after she does, that Afton would get with Henry because of that? This one specifically is so funny to me because the whole thing is just ship bait and Afton apologies propaganda. And this little moment in question just stands out because it almost feels like the characters are looking at the camera as they cover their asses. But some Gacha creators just straight up don't care, and they have no problem making that shit clear.
Okay, you're gonna have to censor that. But that's insane. What is going on? Who is this from?
The Gacha community is filled with weirdos. I mean, oh, I wonder what gave that away. And I stated multiple times in this video that most of these videos are made by children. Children who aren't self-aware and are in that cringe phase of their life. So while we can point and laugh all we want, we really can't be that hard on them. But that doesn't exactly slide for all of the community. Notice I said the gacha community is filled with weirdos, not just specifically the FNAF gacha community. To anyone who's familiar with gacha and are over the age of 15 might know gacha for its darker reputation. If you don't know what I mean, I recommend this great video by Visual Venture, because as you can probably tell, degeneracy and gacha go hand in hand, and this rule spares no exception for FNAF gacha. Pregnancy videos go more in depth than just silly ship bait. There's whole series dedicated to the idea of FNAF characters being pregnant. There's videos where Aton gives birth to Henry's child. And that's just the surface with strange content with Scott's IP. And what's beneath the surface is something I'm not gonna go over in detail because I'm the funny guy, not the drama guy. Dog, look at this thumbnail. Sorry, I had to switch to Sunny V2 mode because nothing about this topic is funny. Quick, here's a Vine Blue. But for the curious who don't understand the degeneracy we're dealing with, r/gacha FNAF cringe should be enough to get the picture. One scroll across the subreddit and you can see the gacha tubers' most depraved ideas that people have come across in the wild. And every bad thing the average internet personality gets canceled for, you could find here. And this obsession with the Aton family is still as potent as ever, as each and every member of the family is used for this problematic content no matter the age. And the worst part of all, none of this stuff is hidden. The subreddit logs the worst offenders, but if you load up an incognito account and look into anything about FNAF Gacha, the suggested searches will start to look like this. Gacha is a kids app, and its presence on YouTube is a scene where the content is primarily made by kids and watched by kids. And this inappropriate, degenerate, fetish content is unfortunately just a click away. Subscribe to Exploding Loaf. I helped make the thumbnail for this video, by the way.